Oh, hey there. Got another one. Azael Rodriguez. He's going for the title. We bring out our own dog at the beginning of this one. A lot of fun. We talked to him, his journey, the whole thing, how he's feeling. It's getting closer. Anyway, enjoy it, fam. It's a good one. 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. On gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the power slap king.
Slap some, baby!
Man, here we are. Azael, you ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Son. We got the dog in the building. What you doing now? Ruff, ruff, ruff. Get your
There you
sunglasses
go.
on, baby. El Panero. Let's do this. Ruff, 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 ruff. Coming for you, baby face. Ruff, 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 ruff. Everybody,
Let's
give it
go.
up for Azael Rodriguez.
Let's
Dude,
go, bro.
I thought my chain was going to be shorter.
No, that's a sick ass.
You gotta-
You gotta bring that to the event.
Dude, that's a good idea, man. I love that idea. But in the meantime, let's get back to business here. Sunglasses off. There's no superstars here. Look, man. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? How are you,
sure.
man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just came back from the eye appointment I was telling you about, so my eyes are a little bit off. But now I can see. I took a little 10-minute nap just to kind of settle the eyes down, and I can see a little bit better, so I'm good.
Dude, very good, man. I love that we just had you on. We kind of had some ideas. We were hoping, and then wasn't that too much later where it's like, oh shit, here we go. We're going for the belt, baby.
It's probably like a week, right? A week after we talked about it. We knew. We knew, but we just
We
had to
knew. We
like
knew.
hide it. Yeah, we knew.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
knew.
yeah. Yeah, we knew, fam. But dude, do you feel like because it's been a long time coming. Like back when Anthony was rocking the long hair, super baby face. There's that interview with the question of who, and he calls you out way back then, and then you kind of go on both of your lanes in life, but all those lanes and roads led back to this moment, and it's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, man, it feels good. Especially, I remember the moment when I saw him mention my name as a newcomer. I mean, I was kind of like a newcomer too, but I already had 3 matches under my belt, being in season one of Road to the Title. But when someone brand new came in and said, "Hey, I would like Azael," that was kind of like surprising because I was like not expecting my name to come out of anyone's mouth so early. And then just the trajectory of my whole career, just getting nothing but wins and expecting someone else to also do that, it never happened. So it kind of just brings back that notion that not a lot of people are willing to call out El Perro, and Babyface did it from the beginning. So I'm thinking back, and no one has ever mentioned El Perro. It was always jumping El Perro and going straight to John for some reason. They probably knew that if they had to go up against me, that opportunity against John wouldn't have happened. So, yeah, no, kudos to Babyface to have wanted that match from the beginning.
No, that's real talk, man. I mean, it's people can get ahead of themselves a little bit, and all that can come across sometimes is exactly what you're saying. Well, hey, you really think you deserve the title shot? Why aren't we parking your car right here and seeing what you got first? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I totally get it. Did they give you any preparation for this match as far as like notice? Meaning sometimes we knew about that time it was going down, but did they give you enough time to where you feel like you can prep, you can be the best you to go up on on that stage?
Well, when I decided that I was gonna move down to 170, I had a discussion with Frank about what's next for me. Obviously, the title match for the middleweight division was up next, but we started kind of discussing what other paths I could take, and that's when the whole discussion of we would like for you to come down to 170. What do you think about that? And it was nice for him to be able to give me that option. It wasn't just like, hey, we need you to come down to 170. It was just like, hey, what do you think about coming down to 170? Dana White really liked your performance against Eddie. We think that you're a big dog, but you're not as big as a lot of the 185ers, and we think that your home should be the 170s. And they didn't really mention anything about a title or anything like that. They said we'll see, but that was back in November. And then I told them, hey, I'll give you an answer in the next upcoming month, because I wanted to kind of dial in with my wife, talk to my brother and everyone that's involved in my life with this sport, and see what they think. And right before Power Slap. I don't even remember which Power Slap that was. I think it was eight.
Probably 11.
It was probably 11. Yeah, probably 11. Yeah, actually, it was the 11 because I fought at 10 in October. That's when I met with Frank in person, and I said, "Hey, we were already on the path to 170. The moment we hung up that first call, we were already making that cut. So I've been preparing since November, since to be able to be comfortably at this weight, walking around this weight. But it was just a matter of now waiting for that call, waiting for that notice of when that will be. Still wasn't we still weren't sure though that if it was going to be babyface or not, just because I mean I'm coming into the welterweight division brand new, and I wasn't sure if they were going to be willing to give me that title match. But as soon as they did call, I was like, okay, we're ready. We've been preparing for this moment.
Yeah, dude, I love that because man, you just never know as the fighter. I mean, they can say things and they kind of hint at things, and but as the ball gets rolling, sometimes it rolls right on past, and that didn't happen with you. So, did you have like it's a new weight class, all of that, but you've literally had months to kind of sit in this and kind of be this is my weight. So there's not going to be any dramatic weight cuts or anything like that. Is that right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I wanted to do it the most strategic way, and the most strategic way for me was get to the lowest point, the lowest weight that I can. That way I could kind of feel my body and then begin to build again on that, maintain. And yeah, we it got to a point where I got to 171 a couple months ago. Yeah, and I was like, okay, we're ready whenever they call me. And then I think that was 2 months ago when they did call me, and then I decided to kind of increase my weight a little bit more just so I could walk a little bit heavier. And now we're back to just kind of like maintaining slash cutting a little bit of the extra weight that we gained. So I've had an opportunity to be able to kind of like play with it. Where do I feel the strongest? Where do I feel the most comfortable? How much weight I can cut the fastest in the next couple of days, so that way I don't come in too heavy, I don't come in too light. I come in just right at the perfect weight that if I need to cut a couple pounds before weigh-ins, I could do that easily with a water cut, or just dialing down on the food or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, geez, man. Yeah, if you're within a couple pounds already, I mean, that's like what 30 minutes in a sauna maybe,
Yeah.
right? So nothing drastic, which we've all talked about it before, but it's so important, especially in this unique sport, to not have these dramatic weight cuts and just flush you out, because you don't have as many tools in the tool bag. You know what you got to do. This is the agenda. So I applaud you for that, man, to just kind of do it right, do it healthily. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
nothing hurting you in any way that
Yeah.
doesn't need that.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't want to give any reason for me to just not look the best that I could at especially debuting at the welterweight and in a title fight. I want to look the best. I want to look the part. I want to just be able to go up there, not just on stage, but during weigh-ins. I'm gonna have my shirt off. I want to look good. I don't want to
That's
just
right.
look like someone that's like I just cut a lot of weight within a short period of time. I want to look like I've been working
Yeah, you don't want
just
to
for
look
the
like death's doorstep.
yeah, no, I want to look as good as possible, and then obviously just have everything translated on stage.
Dude, that's very cool. What was the reaction of your family, dude? Your girl, like everybody, were they freaking out?
Yeah, no, my wife is my family, they were excited, but I don't they don't show much excitement as much as my wife does. So my wife was more of the of as soon as I hung up the phone with Erica, I called my wife and then I was like, guess what? And then she's like, you got the title shot? And I was like, you already know. So she
Dude.
was so excited. And then my brother, I have a twin brother. I don't know if you knew that, but my twin brother was super excited too. He was like just saying like, it's your fucking time. And it was just nice hearing him. But yeah, it was nice because there was some talks about whether it was going to be in May or in June. So that was the thing that was kind of had my wife and I kind of in a limbo because it would have been during her finals week of school, so she wouldn't have been able to make it to the event. So I was like, it's important for me to have my wife there, and she was trying her best to talk to her professors and all that stuff. So now that they changed it to June, I was like, you're gonna be there, baby. So
It was meant to be, man. It was meant to be.
yeah.
Shit, that's exciting, man. I mean, God, I'm excited. You can imagine if your wife can't come to your title match. That's fucked up.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Especially, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of the videos you hear my wife just yelling, it's like a hysterical, just like this loud yell that you think they're yelling for the other person because it's usually when I knock the other person down, that my wife is just yelling and it sounds like it's a scared and someone got like murdered, but she's yelling for me and it's just funny because everyone's like, oh, it's probably that guy's girl, whatever, but no, it's actually my girl.
Yeah. It's the guy that did the knocking out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I told her you need to work on your yell because it's just like you make it seem like you're yelling because I don't know, it's just it's funny.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool, man. The work's been put in, the time's been put in. You've been through a reality show. There's been a little ups and downs here and there. You go to a different weight class. I think your wife can yell however she wants, my guy.
Yeah, but I appreciate that, man. No, I appreciate that. She doesn't appreciate the negative. There's a lot of negative comments that come with that on the things, and I'm just like, welcome to my world. You're part of it now, so it's like it's fun. No, I love it, man. It makes the highlight reels more special. So
Right,
I'm
right.
expecting that.
No, and like no, actually that's a good take on it, dude. You're right. Like, in a way, she's literally part of that highlight. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, it's hard to say looking ahead, you know what I mean? Because you're so focused. And I totally get that. Do you wander off at all thinking it goes your way, you get what you want, and then maybe what's after that?
Yeah. So usually whenever I get a call and they say, "Hey, you got this person," I kind of become obsessed with this person and I'm thinking of them constantly of how I'm gonna win this. And it's like it's happening with Babyface. The obsession is real. I'm seeing how I'm gonna win. And obviously what's next? What's next will be just determined by maybe what KO Chris and Manny what happens in that match, or if there's other welterweight matches, what happens in those. I know Cole's up coming up with a good knockout against Rod, and I know there's other ones that are still making their way up to the rankings. So anything could happen after that. I'm expecting to be Manny. It could be a Manny rematch since I already beat Manny. If he could beat KO Chris for his rematch, that would be a wild one to make. And then I'm also expecting a Chris matchup if KO Chris also gets a win over Manny. So anything could happen at this point. I'm excited. I also start thinking about my call out afterwards. They're obviously going to ask me who's next or what do you want, what's next. So just line them all up. I'm just ready for anyone. I'm just now that I'm in this division, I am expecting to get the win and just I'm excited to just kind of line everyone up and just go through everyone. Just like I was doing in the middleweight division. Obviously John was the only exception that I couldn't beat. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good road ahead of me.
No, I appreciate that. I'm just focusing on the task at hand and maybe a little bit of, beyond the future, but the future is really beholden to how you take care of business that night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, so cool, man. Well, hey, I mean, look, we just did this not too long ago. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if there's if there's much more we can say, except that you're ready. The time is now. I am talking to Blackburn tonight. So any message you want me to relay to that guy?
Not just I see that he's continuing his work, and I'm glad he's taking this as serious as he should be. Just let's put on a show. I've talked to him several times, and we both know that we're expecting this to be one of the most legendary matches in Power Slap. So yeah, so it's gonna be a good one. So yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, dude, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so pumped. We're going to be there front row like we always are. Well, quasi front row before the cap. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. And just, we always like to end it this way as well. Where can everyone follow you so we can see it all take place?
Yeah, most of my you can find me at Azael El Perro Rodriguez. My main one is Instagram, and then you can find me on TikTok. I try to do some dumb shit on it, and then
Don't
yeah,
we all?
yeah, just YouTube. I kind of do some stuff, but I haven't really worked on that. But Instagram, find me on Instagram. That's my main platform.
Okay, very cool. Well, hey, June 27th, Power Slap 13 is going down. We got some title matches, we got some rematches, but this one is a dog of one. Everybody, give it up for this man. And Azael, let's hang out for a bit and we'll let this thing upload.
For sure, bro.